On today's show,
the heat is on, not just in Saigon.
we've seen more shows.
Jeremy Jordan.
Evan Hamstring.
News, reviews, Belt of the Week and more in this evening's performance of Treading the Boards.
Music. Yay. Oh, I did it early. Good evening. Welcome to this episode of Treading the Boards, the musical podcast. We are on episode 13. Ooh.
We're lucky for some.
I know, right? Hello. I am Robin. Hi. And joining me as ever today is...
Hello, I'm Sheena.
Hello. Fancy seeing you.
Hello.
Yes, we are the musical podcast, Treading the Boards. Bringing you everything West End, Broadway, and beyond. And we're back. Again, we had another week off. Sorry.
It was very sunny, though.
It was. We're enjoying the summer in the UK. It doesn't happen very often.
We enjoyed the summer by going to the cinema.
I know, right? But it was like the movie event of like our childhoods.
We saw The Incredibles.
Yeah.
Is
it 14 years since the first one came out?
How long it's been?
It's been a long time.
Wow.
But yeah, so if you're our age and you saw it first time around, you have to see the second one. It's very good.
I think it's even better.
I liked it. I preferred it to the first one.
Yeah,
a
I
lot
did.
More. The Pixar short is interesting.
Not sure how else we could describe it.
It's
interesting.
kind of nice. Like
it is.
It's cute.
Yeah, but
it goes
it's sad
cute,
and then
disturbing, and then kind of happy but confused at the end.
Yeah, it's worth watching. Just go to see that and see what you think of it.
But see, I liked the volcano one.
That was really sad, though, wasn't it?
It was quite traumatic, but I like that, and I like the song.
I can't remember it very well.
It was the lava song.
The lava song. I like the was it outside? Was it before Dory, the little bird, Piper?
Oh, that was cute.
Oh no, I love that.
Piper was very cute.
She was cute.
Oh. But yeah, Pixar.
Yeah.
They're doing everything right. Apart from Dumpling Man. Not sure about him. But anyway, so yeah, that's where we were last week. We were seeing The Incredibles. But we are back again.
And here we are.
And here we are. What a surprise. Welcome again. Yeah, please. We got all like that. Try that again. We've got all our normal segments coming up. We got some reviews. We've seen some more shows. We got the news. We've got belts, and we've got extra little bits. So that's all coming up in the next show. Well, no, this show. The next hour of this show-ish. Yes.
Roughly that.
Yeah.
Here
basically.
we are.
If you didn't check it out, check out last week's bumper episode about West End Live.
Yes.
All the information is in there. I still haven't sorted our website out, but I will do at some point.
The sun's been out, so no one's done anything.
It's true. So please send in your pictures and everything if you went to West End Live. Any stories you have from West End Live, we'd love to hear them. We will be covering our contact details in a little bit. But first, exciting news. We have tickets for a very special thing.
Woo!
So many of you may know that we are slightly obsessed with a Broadway actor by the name of Mr. Jeremy Jordan.
Woohoo!
Woo! Jeremy has starred in shows like Smash,
which we keep bringing up, but
we do.
It's worth a watch.
We'll have to do an episode on Smash.
Yeah, we'll smash it.
We will.
That'll be the title. Yeah. Don't take that if anyone else is watching. We're going to do
that. He's also done Bonnie and Clyde. He hasn't actually done that much on Broadway, but he's a phenomenal singer.
He does a lot of he goes to that 54 below place, doesn't he, quite a lot.
He does lots of concerts and lots of kind of workshopy things. He was in the workshop for Greatest Showman. He was in the pre-Broadway cast of Finding Neverland, which I don't understand why he didn't get the main part when it transferred.
Do you think he went for it?
Story. I think they just bought the name in. They
Yeah.
were literally like, we're going to put Matthew Morrison in, so bye, Jeremy.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened, which sucks. Because he was awful. I didn't say that. But Jeremy would have been better. But Jeremy is doing some London concerts. And we kind of missed out on the tickets for the previously announced dates because we were busy, I think, and just one thing led to another, and it was going to be awkward, which sucked. But he has since changed his dates because he's got a new role in a Broadway show, which clashed with his London dates.
So it worked perfectly for us, didn't it?
I think he's nudged it back a few weeks. So basically, anyone who had tickets for the 2 Sunday shows he was going to do have got the chance to just swap them for the new date. And then he's added an extra Saturday night because of the demand. And we are going on the Saturday night.
Woohoo!
So it's me, Sheena, and our good friend Sarah, who is a watcher of the show. Hi, Sarah.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
Thank you for getting the tickets. We will pay you soon. But
we will.
Oh, yeah. But yes, thank you for getting tickets. That's epic. And I think we're in row B, so we're going to be very close. And it's going to be amazing. But that's at Cadogan Hall in September. So we're very excited about that.
Have you ever been in there before?
Yeah, we saw Megan Hilty.
Ah, same place.
Yeah. It's cool. It's going to be good. So that's really exciting.
So that's the end of the summer. So that's something to look forward to.
In a few weeks' time. More exciting news. This week, the Grinning Man soundtrack was released and mine arrived in the mail.
There it is.
There it is, Grinning Man. It's really cool. It's a live recording from the cast. So it's like they recorded it during a show. And it's really cool to listen to it again. And it's creepy and weird. And I kind of like it. You need to listen to it.
From bits I've heard, I think you could get quite into it when you start when you start listening to it. It sounds like one of them ones you're going to get sort of drawn into, and listen to more and more and get used to it and like it. You've
kind of just got to go with it as well. It's very it's very eerie and creepy.
I think watching it, I would have been terrified.
Yeah, I think you would have found it quite scary.
Yeah. I would not have enjoyed it. Well, I probably would have enjoyed it, but I wouldn't have slept for 3 years.
Steady on. Louis Maskell, who plays Grinpain, his voice is pretty incredible. And hearing it again on the soundtrack is really cool. And just hearing songs like I'm the Freak Show again, because that hasn't been released before. Beauty and the Beast, like all these smaller ones, because obviously got Labyrinth that was released and Laughter's the Best Medicine. And the other one was... I've never seen a face like this because Matt Lucas did a cover of it on YouTube.
Ah.
Yeah. But no, it's really good. I would recommend it. I don't know if it's available digitally. I know they only did a limited run of the CDs. So if you haven't got one, get one. Because they won't be around for long. You can get it from the Old Vic website, I believe. Bristol Old Vic. Not London Old Vic. Bristol Old Vic.
Oh, brilliant.
But yeah, it's well worth it.
It's quite amazing, because you were talking about the makeup. It's quite amazing that he can sing that well with all his makeup and masks and things on.
It was very clever makeup. It was kind of like a latexy mask sort of that went over here. And then that had all like the teeth and manky face on it. And then his mouth was black to look like it was constantly open sort of thing. So... And then his bandage just had like a hole in it so that he could sing. Obviously, it didn't sound muffled. No, it was good. It was really good.
It sounds like a very clever show.
Yes. And the puppetry was phenomenal in it. Absolutely incredible, the puppetry. So, yeah. It might come back, hopefully. It did very well when it was here. So
it might go back to Bristol, maybe.
It might do. I mean, if Eugenius can make it back, I should think Grinning Man can. I feel Grinning Man was more popular than Eugenius.
So maybe it'll come back in a bigger theatre.
Maybe.
Make a massive comeback.
Maybe it will, which will be really good. So yeah, that's the few exciting bits we have at the beginning of the show. But if you would like to get in contact, we would love to hear from you. So please get in contact. You can find us on Facebook. Just search for Treading the Boards Podcast. And on Twitter, Sheena, we are...
at TreadBoardsPod.
Lit, mate.
Yeah. And we're the same on Snapchat. Although we haven't really got many people on there, have we?
No.
But Instagram, That's going well.
Instagram's where it was all at.
Yeah, we're all over Instagram. So thank you so much if you followed us. We've met a few sort of new people out there that are listening, sorry. Yeah, again, so it's really cool.
We're Treadboards Pod on Instagram, aren't we?
I believe so.
I think we are. Yes. We'll just search for Tread the Boards podcast and we should.
And we'll pop up.
You can also find us on our website, treadingtheboardspodcast.com, and you can email us, treadingtheboardspodcast@gmail.com. Send us your stories, your pictures, just if you want to say hi, that would be great. But yeah, we really want to hear from you, so please get in touch. Yay. Or
like us on Instagram.
Oh, yes, like us. Or review us on iTunes. That would be great.
Oh, yeah.
Leave us a review. We'd like that. Please make it a good review if you like us. If you don't like us, don't review.
They would have turned off by now if they didn't like us.
They wouldn't have heard that bit. So, but yeah, please get in touch. That would be great. But on to the news. I don't have any music for the news. I need some news music.
We need some news music.
We do, don't we?
We could make some. When this heat wave goes...
This is our news music. Yay, news. Right. We need like some proper like 80s like ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-bum.
You could sing it.
I couldn't.
Yeah, you could.
I couldn't. But like some proper like synth, like you know,
like a synth keyboard.
Like, yeah, that would be really cool. We'll work on something cheesy and epic.
We could get some bongos or something.
I'm now imagining you with bongos.
Did you just play that game when you were little?
No.
On the GameCube.
Was that Donkey Kong?
Yeah.
I never had Donkey Kong.
We spent like a whole summer with our hands glued to that bongo. It's brilliant. Loved it. Pasty white kids walking around with a bongo because they haven't been out in the sun.
That sounds amazing.
It was good fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, so back to the news.
Back to the news. So our first news article comes from What's on Stage, and it's good. It's interesting. But Sheena, what is it? Okay,
so a comedy about bank robbery. We saw it a couple of weeks back in our West End Live trip.
Yep.
It's announced a UK tour and the cast that are going to be going with it. Now, this is like a sister sort of production to Play That Goes Wrong, isn't it? Now, Play That Goes Wrong is on tour at the moment.
Yep.
We saw that in London, which was probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It's hilarious. And we were talking about this the other day, and we wonder how well that will transfer to bigger places like Bristol Hippodrome, Mayflower, because it is such an intimate sort of show. So we don't know. You've got some friends, haven't you, going to see it? So
yeah,
it'd be interesting to see how it does transfer. But I think this one will be a lot better to transfer.
Yes.
I know it's in a small theatre, but it wouldn't get lost on a big stage, would it?
No, because they could space it out a little bit more.
Yeah. So I mean, the Play That Goes Wrong could be amazing on tour. We haven't actually seen it, but
I'm imagining Play That Goes Wrong, they're just going to they've got their set.
Yeah.
And that's going to be in the middle of the stage.
Yeah.
And they're just going to kind of black the rest of it out. That's what I'm imagining.
Yeah, so it doesn't... I mean, it's an amazing show. Absolutely incredible, as is this one. But I think this one, like you said, they can spread out the scenery a little bit. But, yeah.
With this one, I mean, there's parts in it I can't imagine being played by anyone else.
I know, that's so difficult, isn't it?
Like, the banker guy is just brilliant. Him, you can't see me, but she knows who I mean.
Yeah.
And the banker guy, and
the woman,
Mrs. Freeboys.
Yeah, she was incredible.
She's great. I love her, and I hope you have to put the accent on to play her.
She was brilliant.
She's just great.
She was she reminded me of someone. She sort of looked, in Despicable Me, the lady that owns the foster home. Yeah. She looked like her. It was that sort of character. She was brilliant.
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah, I've just seen it's doing 36 venues.
Yeah.
From the 23rd of August.
But even like the guy who played Sam was amazing.
The tall guy.
The tall guy was...
what was he called?
They were all... Cooper.
Cooper, I loved him.
How do you know the password?
Yeah. It's really funny. So it is worth seeing. So let us know if you're heading out. We'll have to see if it's coming near us.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the venues yet. Alongside its West End run, which is now booking into its third year, the production will open its tour at Birmingham Rep next month. The piece is created by Mischief Theatre, which is also responsible for the likes of The Play That Goes Wrong, Peter Pan That Goes Wrong, and Mischief Movie Nights. The touring cast for the show will be Sean Carey as Sam Monaghan, David Coomber as Neil Cooper, Julia Frith, I
can't read it for me.
Frith, Try and say that.
Frith.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Frith.
Everyone at home, try and say frith.
And it goes weird after you've said it so many times.
Frith. Julia Frith as Caprice Freeboys. George Hannigan as everyone else. Liam Jeevans as Mitch Russity. Damien Lynch as Robin Freeboys. Robin Freeboys. Killian Markardle as Officer Randall Shuck. Yolanda Ovid as Ruth Monaghan. John Trenchard as Warren Slacks. And Charlotte Duffy, Tom Hopcroft, Ashley Tucker, Ross Virgo, and Eddie Westbury. I guess they're doing the understudies.
Yes. So it's worth watching. It is
Definitely.
really funny.
These where it's going.
Where is it off?
Plymouth, Aylesbury, York. Well, that doesn't help, does it?
With 23 venues, chances are it's going to come somewhere near you.
36 venues.
36?
Yeah.
What did I say?
26. 23. What did you say? It's
have
coming
no
to
idea.
Bristol. There we go. We can go see it in Bristol. Next February.
February.
Oh.
Go for a birthday.
Yeah. But yeah, so try and see it and let us know what you think because it's brilliant.
It is very funny.
It's very funny. It's very funny. So Bank Robbery is going on tour. Next up, another tour of exciting
Tour
proportions.
Central.
Tour Central. Now, we've just watched a video of this guy and it's hilarious, so I'd recommend anyone go and watch it. So this is Mr. Ramin Karimloo.
We call him Ramin.
Big fan of Ramin. Gotta love Ramin.
He's amazing.
And he has just announced a new tour.
Woohoo.
He announced it today, actually, so hot off the press. He is touring the UK. He is going to Guildford, London, Milton Keynes, Southampton, Shrewsbury, Crewe, Salford, Gateshead, Edinburgh, Leeds, Bury St Edmunds, Horsham, and Southend-on-Sea. And he's doing that next January. It's all happening next January.
Start of the year.
Yeah. So I could only find this on his Facebook page. So if you go to Ramin Karimloo on Facebook, you can see his post about it.
Came up on Instagram too.
Did it?
Yeah.
There we go.
So you can find it on there as well.
Instagram. But Ramin Karimloo is currently in a production of Miss Saigon in
Evita.
Korea.
It's Evita, isn't it?
Evita in Korea. Is it Evita?
Yeah, because
High
Che
Flying
was the
Adored.
same, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that's. But yeah.
We got Miss Saigon on the brain because that's up next.
Yes. But yeah, so he's doing it. He's doing Evita in Korea. I think it's Korea.
Yeah, I think he
It
said
looked
was,
like Korea.
yeah.
But there's an interview on YouTube if you search for it. It's a few days old, and it's Ramin performing on a Korean talk show. It's
brilliant.
amazing. Bless him. He looks so confused. And he's got a translator, and then there's a translator to translate to other people, and the Koreans are just like...
They're so excited about
Yeah.
Evita.
And Ramin's just kind of stood there like smiling.
He looks so tired as well.
Yeah, he looks
He looks
knackered.
beautiful.
He does
Absolutely
look,
beautiful.
he looks very, very pretty in this video. Just watch it to watch him, really.
Yeah, that's what we did.
But he sounds amazing as well. But yeah, so go check that out. And his tour. If you go, that'd be great. Go and support him. He's amazing live. Like, honestly,
Brilliant.
his shows are brilliant. This doesn't look like it's a bluegrass one. It just looks like it's a general concert
Ramming.
tour.
Yeah.
But yeah, go and see
He's
it.
very friendly as well. He chats through what he's doing and has a laugh with the audience.
Yeah.
And it's really friendly and really good fun.
But he's also really professional,
Oh, yeah.
which is good. And our final news story is another show that we really like called Everybody's Talking About Jamie. And they've had a new casting. Well, not a huge casting, but two
Quite important people.
Yeah, have left and have been replaced. So this is Dan Gills. I recognise the name Giuseppe Sells.
Giuseppe Sells?
Oh no, wait, that's the guys who wrote it. Wait,
I recognise the man, but it's annoying me.
Him.
I know who he is.
So, new casting has been announced for the West End production of Everybody's Talking About Jamie, which is currently running at the Apollo Theatre in London's West End. From July the 16th, which was this week, Rebecca McInnes, who's been in Mamma Mia, We'll Rock You, will play Margaret New, and Lee Ross from EastEnders will play Hugo/Loco. Now, the mother who was in this show was absolutely incredible.
She was brilliant.
Like stunning for an older actress. I've never heard a voice on an older actress like that, and the way she acted it, and just she was amazing, just so natural and
yeah. And her voice sort of came, weren't expecting it, because she'd
No.
been very well spoken and hadn't really sung much until she just belts it out.
And it just keeps going, that
Yeah.
song. That's what I couldn't believe. Like, we were like, oh my God, it's still going.
And then she'd give a bit more, and you think, oh, she can't do any more. And then she'd do that extra step.
Yeah. And you're like, Christ, how do you do that? But she's on the soundtrack. So if you get the original soundtrack, you can hear her. But yeah, she's been replaced by Rebecca McInnes, who I think is obviously a West End lady.
I do recognise her.
Yeah.
She's got a
And if she's been in We're a Rock You, she must have a kind of a rock voice. So it could be an interesting casting. And the other guy, Lee Ross, I'm sure he'll be fine.
He looks the part from his picture. He does look like he'll play it.
I hope he's got the voice for it.
Yeah, it's a good part to play, Hugo.
It's. But continuing with the cast is practically everyone else. So John McCrae's still in it. Shobna Julti. Yeah, everyone's basically still in it. But
yeah, it's a very good show.
Yeah.
So, but like you said, it would be interesting to see how they sort of take on the role, how they play it.
Oh, here we go. So this is an interview with the guy who wrote it, blah, blah. I'm delighted to reveal that Rebecca McInnes, who has deputised brilliantly for Josie on a number of occasions, so she must be the understudy, now makes Margaret New all her own. A big welcome. Yeah, so obviously she was the understudy. That's cool.
Because Shobna Gulati's in it now, isn't she?
Yes.
From East End, Coronation Emmerdale?
One of them.
Coronation Street, I think.
She was really good. I think I preferred Our Lady.
Yeah, because you saw them both, didn't you?
Yes, I've seen them both. I think I preferred Our Lady. But no, Shobna was still really good.
Sometimes when you see a show, the first cast is your cast, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like this show, Battle of Hell. You can't imagine anyone else doing them roles. I mean, when you see them, you think, oh, wow, they've taken a different aspect to it.
Yeah.
But I think it's like that in Blood Brothers, isn't it? The guy who plays Mickey, that's the only guy we've ever seen play Mickey. And I literally don't think I could watch Blood Brothers without him in it. Like, he literally is Blood Brothers to me.
And it's like Wicked. Like, my original cast of Wicked, will always be my cast. Everyone else is great, but that original cast I saw was just incredible. But yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it, really?
So let us know if you're seeing everybody's talking about Jamie to see how she takes on the new role.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be very good.
I'm sure it'll be great. Right, so moving on to reviews. We don't have music for this either, do we?
Reviews after the news.
After the news, we have reviews. So we've been to see shows. They did a few weeks ago now, weren't they?
They have, yeah, they were.
Yeah. So, brother, we both saw a show on tour, which we saw, a week apart?
I think you went on the Wednesday and then I went on the Saturday.
Oh, there we go. We went to see the Miss Saigon tour. Whoop.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
There's a camera thing.
Yeah, we went to see Miss Saigon on tour. I'd never seen it before. I went for Hattie's birthday, so big shout out to Hattie. Hello, I know you listen. And big shout out to Lydia as well, who joined us, and Hattie's grandpa, so hi to him as well. And we went to see it in Bristol, and I'd never seen it. I knew some of the songs. I didn't know much about it. I knew there was a helicopter involved. It was never one I was that bothered about seeing, but I felt I should see it before I can judge it. Now, you'd seen it before.
Yeah, we went to the 2014 London production 4 years ago in London.
That was its 25th anniversary, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And because I seen that was incredible. It was the loudest show I'd ever seen in my life. Brilliant. Everything was on point. It was exciting. All the cast were phenomenal, and you really got dragged into it and sort of mesmerised by this whole show. Whereas, and don't get me wrong, it was a good production in Bristol, but it was very scaled down. Not necessarily with like staging or cast. I mean, the cast was very good, but it all felt a bit, it missed something. It wasn't as loud. It was really quite quiet compared to London. And I told my friends, I was like, literally, you need earplugs. But you didn't. It was really quiet. And it was very tame, I think.
Yeah. Now, I hadn't seen it before. And I came out of it thinking I would have loved to have seen it in London. Yeah.
I mean, the effects that they did, I mean, on tour, they did very good effects.
I was impressed with the helicopter on tour. I thought that was really good. And, like, that whole scene with the fence and everything.
Yeah,
I thought that was really
very
good.
clever.
And the big bar scenes and stuff. Like, the set was amazing for a tour. It was a hell of a set.
I can't put my finger on what it was exactly missing, but you didn't get immersed in it as much as you did in London. Well, that's what I felt anyway. I don't know whether it was just the atmosphere or... Well, we were saying about tours, there's always a little spark missing.
There's always something missing on tour. I don't know if it's the actors or what, but...
I think if you've not seen it done in its home theatre, you've got nothing to compare it to. So it was a brilliant show. The actors were really good. It just felt like it was lacking that little spark. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I've spoken to quite a few people who've seen it and they absolutely loved it. They thought it was absolutely incredible and stuff, which is great. I know I'm a bit of a London theatre snob, but yeah, when you kind of, I suppose something like that as well, you expect. I've seen clips of it in London. I haven't watched the DVD yet, but you kind of expect a certain level of like wowness. Yeah. And when you don't quite get that, it's a bit of a letdown. But it was a very enjoyable show. We had a brilliant day and thoroughly enjoyed it, and the cast were very good. It just, I think I was expecting it to be exactly the same as London. Yeah. I knew it wouldn't be, but it had that massive, I mean, they must have put... Oh, yeah. It was so much bigger, wasn't it, really? But, yeah, no, don't get me wrong, I really did enjoy it. Maybe if they'd just done it louder, maybe it would have hit me a bit harder. I mean, there were a few bits of interest in it. The main one I found hilarious was the Audition. He was an Audition, wasn't he? I think he was, because I don't remember him in London. And I swear you would have remembered him. But there's so much going on in that scene. So I could be mistaken. I just don't recall it. So there was a Mormon put into the Bangkok scene, wasn't it? Yeah. And obviously everything interesting is going on in Bangkok. And if you take the name of the city, then you can kind of imagine what's happening. But this Mormon appears on stage and it's like, oh, hello. Where did you come from? You look completely out of place in this show. And you just can't take your eyes off him. You can't. You immediately just go, Book of Mormon. Yeah, literally immediately. And like the what's he called? The engineer. The engineer is trying to sell him off. We're trying to sell him a woman. He's going, no, I can't, I'm Mormon, I can't. Anyway, and then this guy catches the Mormon's eye, this erotic dancer guy, and so he goes all sort of flirty and like, oh, and goes off with this guy. Next thing you know, you see him in the back of the stage with his tie around his head getting a blowjob. So that was interesting, and I literally, as soon as I saw him, thought of Elder McKinley from Book of Mormon. And it was funny because when he sort of left the stage, there were like quite a few laughs, and you knew that they were Book of Mormon fans. Yeah. And there was a few people, my friends that I was with, obviously didn't watch the Mormon as avidly as I did. So when he left and made his line, they had a little giggle, but you could tell the Mormon fans that were in that room. There's a lady in front of me, she clearly did the same as me and just didn't take her eye off the Mormon. And there was another bit, The American Dream. Yes. We saw Forbidden Broadway, which we must do a show because it's very funny. But they ruined that song. So forever. It's literally brilliant. But I couldn't... If you've seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, research. Yeah. And the whole time I was trying to take this song seriously and all I could see was Forbidden Broadway. The thing is you can't, because it just gets bigger and bigger and it makes it worse. Yeah, and you're just like, oh no. Oh my goodness. But it was very good and thoroughly enjoyed it. I can't believe they got away with that scene in Forbidden Broadway. We will go into that, but it's very early. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so if you are near Miss Saigon, please, I'm not saying it was bad. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but it was just different to the London production. If you're going in with a blank canvas, I think you'll thoroughly enjoy it. You'll be fine. But if you've seen it in London or seen any of the, in the last 25 years productions, it's approached differently. I mean, it's the same thing I had when I saw Wicked on tour. I love Wicked in London, and it will always be for me in London. And then I saw it on tour, and it just wasn't the same. But then people who hadn't never seen it absolutely loved it and thought it was absolutely incredible and everything, which is great. But I think it just puts a different angle on it, doesn't it? Yeah. And it's not a bad change, it's just different. And
if you're a bit like us and you like things, you know how you know them, and they tweak and change them a little bit.
In my opinion, they ruined Billy on tour.
So, yeah, see, that wasn't as good. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but it was like watching a different show.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
They changed bits that didn't need changing, and
tiny bits they changed, which were little tiny bits that made it so realistic and so real. They just changed them for no reason.
And like really good bits.
Yeah.
Like the bit with his tape and everything. They took that out.
They just took out all these little tweaks and you missed it. And I think it makes you lose that connection, don't you?
Yeah, it lost something.
Yeah.
Billy's a very special show though. Get the DVD. It's great.
Oh, I think it's one of my favourites still.
Yeah.
It's in my top 5.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's definitely up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Miss Saigon, to go and see it. Make your own judgment. Don't listen to us.
We liked it though.
We're just giving an honest review of what we thought of it.
Yeah.
Which we think it's good to do. We like most things, but yeah, we do give honest reviews. Don't get me started on Anastasia. That's for another show. But yeah, so Miss Saigon, go and check it out if it's coming near you. I think you'll like it.
Yes.
It's very I didn't expect it to be, which I know sounds stupid. It's very Les Mis.
Yeah.
Because it's written by the same people. I didn't realise this. And it got to the interval, I was like, it's very, very Les Mis. It's basically Les Miserables set in Korea.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. With a bit more, well, not as much death, but
yeah.
It felt like they were just kind of crammed some death in.
Yeah.
I loved the ghost scene.
It was very clever. I don't mean to sound like I've run it down.
No.
They just approached it differently than they did in London.
Yeah.
It was like a little brother version.
Oh. Our little boy in it was so cute.
Oh yeah, he is sweet.
They just sat him at the back.
I
colouring.
don't think ours was in it as much as he was in London.
No?
No.
Ours was in it quite a lot. He was just sat at the back doing nothing, colouring in. It was really cute. He looked about 4 though.
They're really tiny little boys.
Really young.
They're really tiny.
But yeah, if you see it, let us know. We'd be intrigued.
So you saw a couple more?
I did, yes. I went to London again. London. And I went up with Adam, Sarah, and Amanda. So shout out to you guys. And we went to see 2 shows. We did 2-show day. We saw Dreamgirls, and we saw Everybody's Talking About Jamie. I'd never seen Dreamgirls. I'd obviously seen Jamie. The 3 people I went with, 2 of them hadn't seen Dreamgirls, and none of them had seen Jamie. So they were mostly quite new shows for all of us. We had a few interesting things that happened during this day. The first one, just a word of advice: if you're seeing 2 shows in one day, make sure you know which one you're seeing first.
I can't believe this.
So we'd done our shopping in London. We'd done all around. That was great. And we went down, and in my head, I didn't book the tickets. I'm going to throw this out there now. I didn't book it. Adam booked it. In my head, we were seeing Jamie in the matinee. Now, I don't know if that's because when we saw it, we saw matinee.
Maybe.
Or what. But when, in my head, we were seeing Jamie in the afternoon and Dreamgirls in the evening. So that was fine. Everyone agreed with me. No one told me no. So we had our day. That was great. And then we got to the theatre about 2:10. That was great. Had our bags checked. Blah, blah. That was great. Went in, got a drink, got a programme, went to the loo. And then Sarah was like, my ticket says 7:30 on it. And I was like, oh, mine does too. So we were in the wrong theatre. Now, this was at 2:15. If you know London, it's quite a way from Shaftesbury Avenue down to the Strand.
That is.
It's quite a way. So we were like, okay, let's go.
Run.
Now, slight issue here. We couldn't get a taxi because the roads were closed because there was a march about the NHS. So we power walked / ran / jogged.
Marathon sprint.
Halfway across London. And we were charging up the Strand. And as we were passing Kinky Boots, we could hear their 5-minute bell going off. We passed the one next to it.
Ernest.
No, yeah.
Oscar Wilde season, isn't it? Ideal Husband?
What's the theatre called?
Vaudeville.
The Vaudeville. Their bell was going off. We were like, up the Strand. We got in there. we semi-separated. So me and Adam got in there literally at like 28 minutes past.
Oh my goodness.
And we sat down. The doors were still open, so that was okay. And then Amanda and Sarah caught up with us, and they got in like 29 past. We were in. We were on time.
Whoa.
For the show, and then it got to 1:30, and then it got to like 25 to, and they still didn't start, and we were like, seriously,
Plenty of time.
like we legged it across London, and it hasn't started yet. And there was about 3 people in wheelchairs they had to get in through the disabled access. They'd obviously waited for everyone to sit down before they got these people in, so it was delayed for about 10 minutes. So we had loads of time.
You could have just strolled.
But we weren't the reason it was late, so
Yeah.
it was good.
Waiting for you.
But yeah, I've never been in such a rush. Normally I'm in there at like when the doors open at like 2 or even 1:45, and sat there in my seat ready. And I've never ran across London at 28 minutes past to get in to a show.
Bit of a speedy.
But
one.
luckily there was no one else in our row, so we didn't disturb anyone. And we didn't miss anything.
Very lucky.
Yeah. Now, Dreamgirls, I liked it. I liked it a lot. It's mainly like a massive kind of concert of amazing black voices. Basically.
I didn't when we saw it back in September or October last year with Amber Riley, but there wasn't much of a story, was there?
It's not a huge story.
It is like a big party, like a big concert.
It's like a concert with a bit of a story. I haven't seen the movie. I feel I should watch the movie. The cast sounds epic for the movie.
Yeah, Beyonce was in it, wasn't she?
Yeah, and
Jennifer Hudson.
Jennifer Hudson, and the lady who voiced Tiana in.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, Anika Thingy Rose, or whatever she's called.
I don't know her name. And Jamie Foxx.
And Jamie Foxx, isn't it? So it's a hell of a, and Eddie Murphy in it as well.
Quite possibly, yeah.
But yeah, it's a hell of a cast. And I feel I should watch that. But it's based on the band The Supremes?
I think, yeah.
Yeah. And basically about what happened to them and how they formed and the troubles they went through and all that stuff. But we had the understudy for Effie, which slightly not annoyed me because you can never guarantee who's going to be on or anything like that. But they've got 3 main people playing Effie White at the moment, and obviously none of them were available. So we had the understudy, who was brilliant and amazing. But I now really want to see Marisha Wallace in that role.
She'd be amazing.
I don't think I could cope.
No, she would
saw her.
Smash it out of the park.
I do feel we need to try.
The whole day when we were up there, I was like, right, I'm just checking for the understudy. And my friends were like, yeah, but you don't normally want the understudy. I was like, I do for this. And I was like, I'm checking where she was on Twitter and like seeing what she was doing. But we saw Amber Riley was very good. And we were talking about this, but when we saw it, everyone just stood up in the interval. She finishes the first act with "You're Gonna Love Me," but they didn't do that for your lot, did they?
No, I mean she got a big applause and cheer, but no standing ovation.
Ours was just instant. Everyone just stood.
I mean, I was like, holy Jesus, that was amazing, but I really want to see Marisha do it.
She would be incredible. She's going back to New York City soon. Oh no, because it's closing, isn't it? It
is closing. She's in it for the run, though, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not closing till February.
Oh, she might be going back a bit earlier then.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no, we need to go and see it.
Yeah. Yeah, just to see her.
I just want to see. I don't want to. Yeah, I just want to see her in it.
Maybe we'll get there on time.
You never know. But it was really good, and the woman playing the other one, I think Diana Ross's part. What's she called in it? Dee Dee, the very slim lady.
I know who you're on about.
She was at West End Live.
Yeah. We saw Marisha at West End Live.
We did, but oh my god, that woman's voice just floored me completely. Like genuinely incredible. I don't know where it came from. There's nothing of her, and she just erupted in this insane singing voice. That duet in the second half was just phenomenal. I was just sat there open-mouthed. It was pretty special. Yeah, so she was great. I enjoyed it. But my friend kind of summed it up quite well. He was like, after seeing both shows, because obviously Jamie is very modern, and Dreamgirls it's not old, but it's kind of, what is it now, about 6-7 years old, must be?
Yeah.
Since Broadway days. He was like, Dreamgirls feels like a tried and tested like Broadway staple,
Yeah.
and Jamie is very new and where theatre's going, which is true. You know, that's generally what it felt like. Dreamgirls felt very safe.
Yeah.
And just a good time. And
yeah, you do. You come out and you've had a little bop, you've had a little boogie.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a feel good show.
It's very good. I really liked it. I wouldn't rush back. No. But I would go to see Marisha in it.
There was a guy in it, and we called him the West End alternative. Can't even speak now. The West End version of Father John Misty, because he had really long legs, and he did the splits, and then he stood up without like touching the floor or anything. Just literally went doop, boop, boop, straight back up. He was ace. We couldn't take our eyes off him.
What did he do, Sheena?
He did boop boop.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't think he made the noises. I reckon I just added them. I reckon that's how he could enhance his performance, those little sound effects. I would demonstrate, but you know, I don't want to show off, really, do I? 'Cause
I really like the staging as well. It was very simply staged, but they just kind of used the lighting rigs, which was really good. It was really good. I'm really pleased I saw it.
Yeah.
It's been there for long enough, and I've walked past it enough, so I'm
very
really
sparkly.
I'm kind of excited what's going to go in there next, though.
Yes.
I think Evan Hansen would sit very nicely in that theatre.
You never know. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. They haven't announced anything yet.
Which brings us on to Evan Hamstring.
Evan Hamstring. Oh yeah, Evan Hamstring.
It was in our title.
It was. Very quick segment before I cover Jamie again. Evan Hamstring. Yeah, basically, Sheena came out with that about 11 o'clock the other night.
We were talking about how he wears a cast.
Yeah.
And he's called Evan Hansen. Your hand is on the end of your arm.
Oh.
So I can't remember what we were talking about. We talked about weird stuff.
I'm planning to cosplay him at a Comic-Con in a few weeks.
So I said, oh, you might, you know, people might be really nice to you and, you know, open doors and things for you. Which led on to, oh, you should get a cast on your leg and call yourself Evan Hamstring. Yeah. Yes. We were so proud of that.
Oh, that was good.
Really achieved something that day.
Yeah. I was proud of you.
Yeah, I was. This was very, very late at night.
It was very late. I was amazed you were still awake, to be honest.
I probably don't think I was. But yeah. So we're going to copyright that. We could do like, you know, like Spamilton, like the Mickey take of Hamilton and Forbidden Broadway. We could do Dear Evan Hamstring. Oh my God. If you want to get involved in this, you know, give us a shout.
What would it be? Not waving through a window. You could be
wobbling. Oh, it's got to do with a leg, isn't it? Kicking. Oh, we need help. So
hopping with your hamstring. I don't know.
And no, it'll be us. It'll be Crutch, and only Crutch.
Only Crutch. Oh, this has got a completely different feel, this show.
So, coming to a theatre near you, Evan Hamstring.
Hop on the ground.
Anyway, so that brings us on to...
Even when the grass comes crashing through. Yeah. So I went to see Jamie again. It's a great show.
Even when you need a crutch to carry you.
When you need a crutch to carry you.
Yes.
When you've mullered up your leg. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Anyway.
This is going to happen now, isn't it? I'm just going to get Evan Hansen leg puns being
You're just going to get all the... Yeah. It's probably about midnight tonight where I'm led there and just full of puns.
But yeah, went to see Jamie again. I think I enjoyed it more the second time, to be honest. I don't know if that's because I knew the music. That sometimes helps.
Yeah.
It was a Saturday evening and everyone seemed up for it. Like, the crowd were amazing.
Ours were very tame, weren't they?
They were very tame. As soon as it finished, like, it's standing ovation straight away. Everyone got up and just boogied all the way through the end.
Did they?
Yeah, literally. It was great.
Oh.
Interestingly, there was a child sat just along from us. This was a Saturday evening performance of Everybody's Talking About Jamie, which is not a kids' show.
No.
He was about 8, I think. 8 or 9.
Little dinky one.
Yeah. I mean, he was very well behaved. He seemed to like it. But it just seemed very odd to take him to that. I don't know if he's shown express interest in being a drag queen. But yeah,
Did
I
you
don't
enjoy
know.
it?
I assume so.
Yeah.
He seemed like he did. But no, the guy who plays Jamie is great. I think he's perfect for that role. And they did a cinema broadcast, didn't they? So
They did, yeah.
if you went to see that, I hope you enjoyed it. They might do it again. I hope they do. I might try and see it again if they do.
They did that with like Les Mis and then released it later on DVD.
Yeah, so they might
I
do a
wonder
DVD.
whether it'll come out when this closes.
I mean, they've announced they're doing a movie version. I'm guessing of the musical version.
Be interesting to see.
Yeah, they're doing loads with it. I was really surprised.
Yeah,
It's
gone down
extended
well.
until like next February or something.
Yeah,
They're doing a movie. They've done the cinema broadcast. So yeah, it must be doing really
going well.
Which is good. It's nice, fresh, new theatre.
It is.
Very good. Yeah, if you get the chance, go and see it. Apparently, there was a documentary about the actual guy. They did it on BBC Three a few years ago, before this was a thing, and they did this documentary on him, Jamie Campbell, about his rise to be a drag queen, I guess.
There was a bit in the programme, wasn't it? It was interesting to read.
He was on Lorraine the other day.
The real guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was cool. I watched that.
Oh, that's good.
He's got some fabulous dresses.
Has he?
Yeah. Like, when you see pictures of him, that he's like made a dress out of the everyone's talking about Jamie, like posters.
Oh, wow.
It's so cool. Like, he's got all these incredible dresses, and he sometimes takes over their Instagram and Twitter thing and stuff. And yeah, he's very involved in the show, which
brilliant.
is really cool. Yeah.
Excellent.
It's cool. You can look him up. Jamie Campbell, he's called.
Google it.
Google. Okay, moving on to our belt of the week. Now, I couldn't work out who to do this week, and we thought we haven't done a man for a while. So we were looking at the men, the men in our lives, and looking for someone to do a belt. And we settled on one of our favorites, Mr. Giovanni Spano. Hello, Giovanni. And he is currently in Bat Out of Hell in London. Amazing show. Again, just reinforce. Go and see it.
Incredible.
It's stunning. Like, genuinely, absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Never seen anything like it. And I don't know if I ever will, to be honest.
Oh
my god. My friend, shout out to Amy. She's just got a new job with an opera company on tour. And the designer of the show, who she's working with, designed Bat Out of Hell.
Wow.
I was like, oh my god, no way. So that's really cool.
That is amazing.
Yeah, so that's exciting. And I said, didn't I? It felt very opera designed.
Yeah.
And obviously, yeah,
Very
the designer does operas. So.
Ah. That's a cool fact.
Yeah. So she's working with him. Them. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, so it's great. But yeah, Giovanni, he plays. What's his role in it? I can't remember what he's called.
Oh, we should have remembered.
We should have researched that.
You can tell when he's on the stage, though. You're sort of drawn to watching him.
Yes.
He's very good.
He's got an awesome costume. And he's just got an incredible voice. And this is a clip from one of his biggest moments, which is in Objects in the Rearview Mirror. It's not very long, but it's there. It's like, it's an incredible bit of singing. This is so this is his little bit from that. Just like an angel rising up from a tomb. Yay!
And the soundtrack is incredible, absolutely
Yes.
incredible. Hasn't left the CD player in my car since we went and seen it. But compared to seeing them live, it's very tame.
Nothing compared to seeing it live.
No, they knock it out of the park when you see it live. You don't listen to soundtrack, you don't think, oh, they can't put any more power into that, but they do.
And you got to remember that soundtrack came out like last year, near the beginning of the run. They've been now doing it for almost 2 years.
So they have got good.
Their voices are just phenomenal. Like, I saw it last year, I was like, there's no way they can get better. They've got better. They definitely got better. And yeah, it's a hell of a show.
And we met Giovanni at Stage Door after.
We did.
He's hilarious.
He's great.
He looks like the sort of person that would just bring fun anywhere he goes. He was messing around with us one day. He's like, no, take another selfie. Take another one. And then was pulling faces and messing about and chatting with everyone, getting everyone talking to each other, really, wouldn't he? And
Yeah.
just having a big chat. Came out and he came out with a funny accent, didn't he? And then changed it, then changed it again.
He did about 4 accents to fit the people in the crowd, which was great.
And you could tell they all loved him. They were like everyone, because he hung around for ages, just chatting and being really friendly. And some people go and they're like, "Oh, bye," and he's like, "Yeah, see you in a minute." And he was lovely.
Yeah, but get the soundtrack. It's now streaming on Spotify. It's on. You can get it on iTunes and Amazon and stuff. It's taken long enough to get there, but it's now there. But yeah, if you listen to the soundtrack and think, "Holy Jesus," times that by 1 million, and then you're kind of at the level that it is when it's live. And you said it was louder than Miss Saigon. Yeah,
I think it was, because like I said, I've always said that it's the loudest show in the world. But then right from the first beat in Battle Hell, you're like, "Oh, I think Miss Saigon's got some competition."
It doesn't have a helicopter though.
No, but it has a motorbike.
It has a car.
Yes.
It has a very good car scene.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just incredible. Like, genuinely.
I think it's booking till October, isn't it?
Yes, I think so. I don't know if it's going to extend. They haven't said it's going to.
I'm into this because they've done new graphics for everything, haven't they? They've done massive new posters. They've done loads of benefit concerts. The theatre calf have got Battle of Hell cups with the new print on. So, maybe.
See, I'm wondering if they've rebranded it to take it to Broadway.
Yeah.
Because it must be ending up at Broadway. Like, they're going to go crazy for it in America.
Yeah.
And it did its out-of-town preview in... was it Calgary? No, it was in Canada, wasn't it? Somewhere.
Yeah. Toronto,
that was it. So it did its out-of-town preview there, and it came back to the UK. And they must be trying to get it to Broadway. Yeah. They must be.
This might, like you said, this might be what the new look's for.
And I can't imagine they're going to want to change the cast too much for its Broadway opening.
And it works perfectly with the cast they've got.
Yeah, and they took the cast of Toronto and brought them back. So, hopefully, I'm imagining they at least want them for like 6 months to do it on Broadway. And yeah, people are going to go crazy for it over there. Absolutely crazy. But that's all I can imagine. I imagine that it's until October, and then I'm assuming it's going to go
that way.
See, I think Frozen would fit nicely in the Dominion.
It needs to go somewhere. It's massive in there, isn't it?
And I think...
I read something the other day. It's the most equipped, like technically equipped theatre in London.
See, I think Frozen needs it.
Yeah.
You see what they're doing.
We saw Lord of the Dance in there, and it's got all the massive screens.
Yeah.
All the tech for that, and the floor and things. So I think...
Because, with Frozen, she's got all the magic stuff, hasn't she? And all the stuff on the floor. And
so I think that, like you said, it would be ideal to go in there because they put like multi-million pound investment, wasn't it, to make it
because we saw The Bodyguard in there, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And that used some of it.
Yeah, that sort of looked small on the big stage, didn't it? Because it was such... Not simple. It was... We thoroughly enjoyed it. It's very good. But there wasn't... Like Frozen... has all these elements of staging, and like Lord of the Dance had this massive screen and staging,
and Battle of Hell was just huge.
I think with The Bodyguard it was such simple staging, very effective, but I think it maybe got a bit lost in there.
Yeah. Oh, quickly, while we're on the topic of the Dominion, We Will Rock You is going back on tour.
Oh, yes, we're excited about this.
Yes, I saw that. That needs to be mentioned. But yeah, while we're on the subject of things coming, my prediction of openings in London, we'll see if they come true. Well, we already know that Come From Away is going in the Phoenix.
Yay!
I reckon Evan Hansen is going to go into the Savoy. I reckon that Finding Neverland is going to go into Drury Lane.
I'm literally praying for that.
I reckon that... What else is meant to be opening? Something else is meant to be opening. I can't remember what it is now. I don't know. I think if Groundhog Day comes back, that could go
that was incredible.
That could go in the Adelphi.
Yeah.
I reckon. Because that would be cool.
That was so good.
And it's meant to be coming back.
I loved Groundhog Day.
And any new ones from New York that need to come over? But no, Finding Neverland, Come From Away, Evan Hansen, Frozen.
Could be a very good year in the West End next year.
It could be very good. I'm excited. And never Grinning Man might come back. You never know. Like some of these little ones might reopen again. But yeah, so exciting times. I hope things happen. But we've come to the end of the show.
We have.
Woo! Thank you everyone for listening and getting through episode 13. It could be unlucky for some people, but we made it.
We did.
And we're like actually conscious and it's all good.
Yes. Well, you know, when it gets that and your words start going blah, 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 blah.
But it's not 11:30 today. It's only 5 to 10. So you can see the difference between us at 11:30.
You can see the light when we do it this sort of time. It
yes,
just gets darker and darker as they go on.
I do look very bright in this light. I look like I'm being like...
But it's quite good because I look quite normal.
I just don't. I look very
it's
bright. It's
normally the other way around.
I look like I'm glowing. There.
It's not what my legs look like.
I'll come over here. I'll nick your light. There we go. Yeah. But yes, so please get in contact with us if you enjoy the show. Give us a like and a review on the old iTunes and Facebook and all that jazz.
On the old YouTube.
On the tube of you. But yes, you can find us on YouTube. Bizarrely, if you're watching us now, you'll have already found us, but we are Treading the Boards podcast. Yep. You can find us on Twitter. Sheena, how?
At TreadboardsPod. Whoop. Give us a shout. If you can think of any Evan Hansen leg puns, send them in.
Yes.
We're going to think of loads over the next week, so we're just going to have a whole section on leg puns. Tomorrow at work, I'm going to take a bit of time out just to do leg puns. Yeah. So hop on over next week. Yeah.
Check you out.
Yeah. You wait. We're going to be on fire.
Full forever. You can also find us... I've killed myself. You can also find us on Instagram and Twitter, TreadboardsPod. We are also... Email us, treadingtheboardspodcast@gmail.com. All our details and donation links and everything like that can be found on our website, treadingtheboardspodcast.com. And I think that's it.
That's a wrap. Like a leg cast. Oh. It's late. Let's go.
But until next week, everyone, keep treading those boards and we will see you... Well, hopefully next week. Who knows? We will see you for episode 14 soon.